to speak to Lee Rowley. Lee's an MP, he's the Minister of State for Housing. He joins us now from Westminster this morning. Sorry about the weather. I know it's raining quite heavily out there, Lee. We'll try not to keep you too long. Basically, you want to talk today about government clamping down on poorly performing council planning departments, and it always is a mystery to me, to people watching and listening to the programme, as to why we are not building more houses in this country. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we've built an awful lot of houses over the last 13 years, but what we're saying today is that we need to build more, but we also need to build them in the right places, and that second point is so vital. And there are lots of councils around the country who are doing the right thing, who are putting in place plans to make sure that happens, who are bringing forward housing, but there's too many councils that aren't, and today is about being clear with those councils that aren't, that they need to do that, and they need to do that quickly.
Some people would say that's a bit rich, really, to intervene if councils delay on their house building when you, as a government, didn't get anywhere near meeting your own targets.
Well, we've made huge progress over the last 10 years in terms of raising the amount of houses that are built every year.
You had a target of 300,000 a year. You didn't get anywhere near that.
If we go back to the early 2010s, it was about 100 to 150,000 a year. We're now into the 240,000 a year. The most amount of house building in the past 30 years has been in recent years. We've got more to do, there's no doubt about that, but we're going to hit the 1 million houses this Parliament, and we are increasing building even during times of economic challenge. And there's going to be challenge in the coming months, but the progress is still being made.
How do we make more progress, Lee? So tell me what Michael Gove envisages for his own role as Minister of State for Housing. No, he's Secretary of State, isn't he, for Housing? How does he see his role changing to speed things up?
So this is all part of our long-term plan for housing, and it's about saying we have made good progress, as I say, that we're getting into the 240,000 houses a year being built, but they've got to be built in the right places. And so there's always a balance in making sure that happens. But the councils which put in place local plans, which decide where houses should go and where they shouldn't, tend to build more. So the first point is that we need councils to put in place local plans, that they need to take better account of things like beauty through things like design codes, which we're bringing forward, and we're trying to make sure that the balance is struck in the right direction. So we're still building more houses, and we're building the houses the country needs, but they're building in the right places, and we're working with communities to do that.
Lee, what would you say to those people that claim these reforms actually give into the NIMBYs, and that actually you're doing this because you're worried about losing seats at the next election?
Well, the Conservatives have got a good track record in building houses. We've built more houses in the last 13 years than under the Labour Party between 1997 and 2010. But the vital point is, where people tell me in my constituency, we don't mind more houses, we just want them in the right places. And so we're trying to work with local communities to ensure that happens, and to make sure that when the houses are built, they work with the character of an area, they don't just look like they've been dropped into an area no matter what. So it's about striking the right balance, but we're really clear we need more houses, and the Labour Party and others who have blocked the building of more houses through things like the nutrient neutrality rules just a few months ago in Parliament, they've got absolutely nothing to say on this. We've made progress, and we're committed to making more progress.